Hey, Railbirds, here we are at the 2024 SYKRS WPA World Artistic Pool Championship, coming at you live from the Boys and Girls Club of Bay City, Michigan. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is the second flight of the Trick and Fancy and Special Arts division. We have three more great players: Tim the Dragon Chin, Kaitlyn Wonder Woman Boydstun, and Jamie the Bayou Bullet Moody. Our guest commentators today are Brian Pauley, also known as Superman, and Mark White. I'm going to turn it over to our guest commentators, and I'm just going to fly the ship for a little while. So I'm going to turn it over to Mark.
Good morning from Thailand. Looking forward to this one. Tim Chin is always great value, isn't he? And of course, our only lady in the tournament this year.
All right, what shot are we doing?
Kaitlyn Wonder Woman. And we also have Jamie the Bayou Bullet. And we've got Wonder Woman on the table. We've got Superman in the booth. Hi, Brian.
Mark, how are you?
All right, guys. Cheers up.
This is kind of like my yearly Christmas, this, to commentate on this great tournament, and we're starting with the 2-2 split shot. So describe this one for us, please, Brian.
Yeah, this is kind of a push shot. So you're going to push the cue ball through the two balls that are frozen onto it. So they'll go cross side and up the corner. Then the cue ball is going to clip the outside of the 5. And the 5 ball is going to go in the corner, and the 13 is going to go in the corner right by it. So it's a nice little setup 4-ball shot. I start every show with this shot. It looks cool. And if you set it up correctly, goes about every time, except I made it on my 3rd attempt today.
I was just going to ask you about that. You've just had your first round. How did it go? Okay.
I did okay. I made all 5 Trick and Fancy shots. I didn't make them all first attempt, but I was able to, adjust and get them all. 33-30 is what I did. So 63 overall. I'm second. Ooh. Uncharacteristic bobble there. So I'm currently sitting second after round 1 through flight 1. So we'll see how that holds up with group 2. I don't think that's going to hold up as far as being the number 2 seed, but we'll see.
Yeah, we had a great match on this table for our first one. I mean, the master did what he does. Scored a perfect 40 and a 38. Pretty strong stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, I saw a score sheet and I was like, wow. But it's funny, so he got perfect in Trick and Fancy this year. He got perfect in Trick and Fancy last year.
Consistent.
So Tim's
Mr.
making his
Lin.
adjustments. He's going to make a little adjustment on the combo because the 8 ball was the one that rattled.
So it was a setup issue just slightly, yes, there, Brian?
Either a setup issue with the combo or where he hit the cue ball at on the 5. He could have hit a little too thin, a little too thick. So he's just going to make a quick adjustment here. And I highly expect him to make this on the second try. Right, here we go.
Good angle for this shot. Wow. Missed a different ball this time, didn't he? The one in the side, Brian, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's another setup issue with the cue ball and the ball that was going there. So he's just going to have to figure out where that ball missed at and then compensate for it and adjust for it. While Tim's setting this up, I don't know if it was mentioned about Master Lin, but this is his last tournament that he's going to play in, his last Worlds.
No, it wasn't mentioned, and that's sad to hear.
Yeah, I think he's just getting up there in age, and the travel's wearing on him. So he told some of us last night, told me this morning. So on our players meeting, we kind of pulled him up in front of everybody, and we all gave him a standing ovation. So
Well, he will be missed. There you see Andrew Sozio in the background in his Italian hat. He's got Italian heritage. I know he visits Italy quite often to see family. He's got his Italy-based hat on there. So come on, Tim the Dragon needs to start breathing some fire here because he's 2 misses, and this is his last attempt at this first shot. Always nice to get off, isn't it, Brian, with some points.
That's the name of the game. All right, here we go. Third attempt. That looks better. Nicely done. Third attempt. 4 points.
Yeah, just took a little bit longer there, didn't he, over the setup. Really did make sure that he got everything absolutely right. He was at the last chance there. And here's Kaitlyn.
I believe she's shooting the same shot. Yep, she's shooting the same shot, I believe.
What can you tell us about Kaitlyn, Brian?
She's been around for a while. She played in some of our Jamaica Joe's events when we were in Oklahoma back in like 16, 17, 18. Played in our world championship we had in Houston. Took a break after that. You know, I know she's very busy with her job and is not able to travel all the time. But the cool thing is she's knowledgeable, and she was in the chat in just about every tournament we did. And now she's back to playing, so we're happy to have her back.
Rising star of 2018. Now, I've just mentioned, sorry, I was just going to say, I've just seen Tim the Quiet Man Gallagher is in the chat. Should have been here, but he isn't, and he's missed. Do we know why, Brian, or is it just a secret why he's not here?
No, it's a scheduling conflict. He was very, very busy with the stuff he's doing with AccuStats. He just couldn't swing it this time. So he wants to make sure he hits a couple Federation events this year. But we miss you, Tim. But you're talking about the Rising Star. So this is an award Tim Chin created years and years ago. It's for players that have played in 3 or less tournaments. And if you have like multiples of those in a tournament, whoever scores the highest in prelims gets that medal. Nice shot.
Oh, look at this. Look
First
at this.
attempt.
First attempt.
6 points for Kaitlyn. Starting off hot.
Talking of medals, Brian, I still have mine and cherish my medal, which I received from you guys in the league room back there in Virginia.
West Virginia, but yeah.
West Virginia, yeah. As we see the replay, beautiful first shot, and that will make her feel very good.
Nicely done.
Perfect. Every ball in the centre of the pocket. There you see Tennessee Tarzan, look, watching on in the background. He spent about an hour on that do-yard table earlier, trying to screw back, practicing his draw shots.
Yeah, it's always awesome, you know, when Mike Massey, you know, is in the room. Everybody goes up to him, you know, asking him questions, and it's still sometimes surreal to me to where, like, now he's my best friend, or not my best friend, he's a good friend of mine. And I used to watch him on ESPN as a wild-eyed kid, you know, so.
Yeah, what a legend he is. I mean, I first saw him when I was addicted to snooker back in the 70s and the 80s. He actually came and played some snooker on the circuit, but also did some of his trick shots during matches as well, you know, in the intervals between matches. So I kind of grew up watching him, and I was so lucky and happy to meet him at the International, it was, back in 2022, and got to do a little interview with him, and he played some music for me, gave me one of his CDs. What a legend of the sport he is.
Absolutely, there's a lot of people here playing in this tournament that would not be here if it wasn't for Mike. So it's fitting that him and Tom Rossman go into the inaugural class of the Artistic Pool Hall of Fame this weekend.
Oh, brilliant. That's nice to hear.
Along with posthumously a player by the name of George Middleditch, who is a native of this area and was known Tom Rossman for years. He was one of the first guys to have a traveling pool table to go around and do trick shot exhibitions.
Oh, excellent.
Shot Jamie
One
Moody.
again. Well, you could say the favourite of this particular match we see here with these three players. Only going 4 points there, Brian. Missed it on his first two occasions. And both the other players have made it on their first attempt. So good stuff.
Great camera work there. All right, so Kaitlyn is setting up the classic B still shot.
Yeah, saw Florian fail at this 3 times, I believe. Or maybe it was twice. I can't remember now. I'm sure Kevin will jump in and tell us. Cue ball stays still. 3 ball banks, 1 ball in the corner. Absolutely perfect.
Nicely done. First attempt. Yeah, this is a really cool looking shot to where, you know, all these balls flying and then the cue ball just stays right in the middle. All right, a nice little replay here. Actually, I think the 3 ball hit the point and came down. Hey, you take them.
I didn't notice that. Jason Lynch, and there they are, look, on your left. Wayne Parker all the way from South Africa.
Hey, Jamie, same shot.
Same shot. Oh, yes.
Just got over there. Nicely done, Jamie.
Often see Jamie putting pictures up of his Mexican food that he loves. He loves a brightly coloured waistcoat as well, doesn't he? Vest, as you call them.
Yeah, he looks like he's just got done playing in a paintball game. With
Yeah.
all the colors on it.
He didn't win at that.
All right, Tim, same shot. It's a classic everybody likes. Struck that well.
Yes. How well did he hit that? With authority.
Those balls took off like crazy.
Cue ball moved just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit. In the program, we actually get a chalk cube distance away from the rail that the cue ball can move.
Okay.
But if it's completely frozen afterwards, that means you know you hit it really good.
That was the B nearly steel shot.
B nearly still, I like
All
it.
right, what shot are we looking at now?
3C, I think that's the half butterfly. Yep. This is pretty shot. Actually, on Facebook a couple months ago, it was going around. It was like an old Mary Tyler Moore episode to where she hits this shot. It's just the 3 ball carom, the 3 ball isn't there, like the 3 railer isn't there, but she hits the combo and makes it. I shot this in prelims, and the ball that comes up in your top corner pocket, I missed it on the right point, then I missed it on the left point, and then I finally got it to go in the middle.
Yeah, the dart scenario. One above, one below, one in the middle.
Yep.
We often talk about that.
We'll see how Jamie sets this up. So for cluster shots like this, I tend to like to use the same balls every single time, so I know which ball is which. So if they miss, I know which ball that is and how to adjust it.
So you would use maybe 1, 2, 3,
Yep.
or 8, 9, 10, or something like that.
Yeah, so my exact setup of this would be the 1 ball in the middle, the 2 ball where his 3 ball is, and the 3 ball where his straight ball is. So I just know exactly which one is which. Plus, they're Superman colors, so I kind of had to put that in there.
Ah, yeah, we saw this one. Kevin was saying how the 1 ball is the most difficult one to make here, and it was actually missed twice in a row on the first attempt.
It was actually a different shot that was had a similar setup. I think it
It
was
is.
the perfect setup shot, actually.
That's
Oh
correct.
yes, it was the perfect, wasn't it? Yeah.
Jamie just drilled that, and not only did he make the ball that you're supposed to make, he made the combo ball as well, so he hit that great.
Yeah, hit it full on, didn't he? Cleared the table. The helper ball goes in as well. He's come out firing, hasn't he, Jamie?
Yeah, dead center. And
Look
still
at that.
followed up a little bit and knocked it in.
Perfection. Kaitlyn enjoyed that. So did Wayne Parker. Applause all round.
So Tim's doing the same shot. All right, so this is round 1, group 2. So after this is done, we'll figure out who our World Trick and Fancy and our World Special Art champions are, and we'll have an updated seating where everyone's at. Look at this, nicely done.
The standard raising all 3 of them actually warmed up. So come on, Kaitlyn. Will she play the same shot?
Now she's doing the classic just showing off shot.
Ah, the Steve Miserak. It's Miller time.
While she's setting this up, a really cool thing happened a couple years ago. I actually met Steve Miserak Jr. at the Super Billiards Expo.
Okay.
Yeah, he came over to the McDermott booth, and then I set this shot up for him. So I didn't know he was going to do this, but he went live on the Facebook group, Memories of Steve Miserak. So I actually hit it on the first attempt. I was pretty happy about that. So if you actually look on Facebook, the group Memories of Steve Miserak, that video is there. It was kind of cool.
I'm saving that for later.
Like that Wonder Woman earring she has there.
Mark, you've been around a while. Did you ever get a chance to meet Steve Miserak?
No, I never did, to be honest.
All right, here we go. So 5-ball cluster. So the 6 goes in the side, 14 goes in the side, 6 cross side, 11 in the side, 5 in the corner, 15 in the corner, cue ball 3 rails, 1 ball in the corner. All right, here we go. Oh,
So close. What happened there, Brian?
So we'll see where the ball hits on the pocket. So it just is just an adjustment on that third ball in the cluster. And then she came up a little short on the rail. So you just got to change your spin or change your speed a little bit. I would hit this with a little more top English to help lengthen it out. Close. Very close. I tell people that's the hardest part of the shot is the three-reeler.
Very nice cue she's got there. Very colourful.
Speaking of
So
cues,
is it the
Mark, I saw
combo on the 11, the 15? Is that the 15?
yeah, the 15. That was the ball
I
that
can see there.
went off a little bit, so she has to make an adjustment on where that ball missed, and then just angle that a little differently. All right, see what her adjustment is. Second attempt here, worth 7 points. Here we go. Oh, went short again.
Oh, same again.
But she made the right
Made
adjustment
one
on the cue ball.
adjustment. Yeah.
Yeah, so on that setup on that 15, she just needs to angle that to the left just a little bit. But yeah, she made the adjustment on the cue ball, which is good. Speaking of cues, like I was saying, Mark, I hear you're with Jay Flowers now. So you enjoying the equipment that you have?
Yeah, it was something that came up. My time with Predator had come to an end, and we just, I was going forward in another direction. I'm still doing commentary for them. I've never been really a player for them, so it's not really beneficial for them to, to supply me with equipment or anything. But anyway, I had discussions with Jay Flowers, and we're very much on the same page about where we want to go. As you know, I'm big into social media, and yeah, they've just built a nice new studio for me. They've just taken over 700 square metre office block. I have my own studio, all soundproofed, and backdrops, top of the line cameras and microphones and everything, where I can do my podcasts and all my player interviews. They've also put a table in there. In another part of the office we have a photographic studio, and they've given me a set of carbon cues. I've never used carbon before. I'm super pleased with them, playing the best pool I've ever played. So yeah, I'm very, very happy at the moment. Oh, she's gone too much the other way. Look, Brian, with the 11 ball, or the 15 rather, whatever it was. But the same problem on all those 3 shots there, Brian.
Yeah, that's just more of an adjustment thing. So she just needed to angle it to the left a little bit more, and then it would have gone. All right, so Tim is coming up and shooting the never-ending story. Cool-looking shot. This was the one and only shot I made on my first attempt. And looks like either me or Tim Gallagher did not give Kevin the updated graphics. Instead of the 1 ball gap, it's just 7 balls in a row. Just makes it easier for setup. I know Tim's in the chat, so I gotta give him a little crap. I saw him at Derby. He's a nice guy. All right, so this is a take off the old Moscone shot. The 4 balls lined up by the side pocket. So in the Moscone shot, you mainly just make those 4, or there's a variation to where you can hit it, kind of draw off the long rail and come back into the corner, opposite where the rack is now. So our version is you make the 4 balls, but you carry them off the long rail and then spin forward, and then miss those balls and hit a cue butt. I think ours looks cooler. All right, here we go. Looking good, looking good. Oh,
wow. Yes. Oh, the 1 ball.
Wow.
I just looked away a second because I received a message from Sonia, from one of our viewers in South Africa, who I was lucky enough to meet in China. Oh no, Morocco it was actually, I beg your pardon. And she's just sent me the video of you, Brian, with Steve Miserak's son playing the shot that you were talking about, the just showing off shot. So there you go. Thank you so much for that, Sonia. One ball so close. Oh, look.
Yeah. Still spinning, yep. So Tim make an adjustment. So here we go. Looks like he made the adjustment. Oh, but he made it overdid it.
Same again.
I think he hit the short rail point the first time, adjusted, but adjusted a little too much because he hit the long rail point this time. So now he's going to have to go whatever those adjustments were and go right in the middle. And
That's
it's just
why
a
you
turn.
get 3 attempts.
Exactly. It's just the turn of that second ball you can set up here. But he struck it beautifully. All right, here we go, third attempt.
Stroke the ball nice, doesn't he, Brian? Very nicely, smooth and sweet. Come on, Tim.
That looks good. Looks good. Nicely done. 7 points. I almost sometimes would. Obviously, I want to get the first points, you know, the higher points on the first attempt. But if you can continue to make the shots on the second and third, that means you're adjusting well and you're still getting the points. You're not zeroing out.
Yeah, it's a big part of Q Sports, isn't it? That it's adjustment to the conditions, to the table, to many different aspects of it, and he's done exactly what was required of him. Made the adjustments, and now the players that win the tournaments, the ones that can adjust, as you rightly say.
Kaitlyn's going to shoot the same shot here. I have a feeling Jamie's probably going to shoot the same one as well. This is a favorite of most of the players. Shout out to my good buddy and player, Andrew Sogio, in the chat down there. He just looks at me.
We love Andrew. He's taken his Italian hat off. Look, he was there. It is on the table in front of him. Great character.
Yeah, him and I started our artistic pool journey pretty much together at the same time. So.
He's uber nice.
I see what you did there. Because he does drive for Uber and Lyft, so.
Yeah. Shares some of his horror stories as well.
Oh, I've heard them.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Kaitlyn, 9 points. Here we go.
Yeah, she set up her cue ball very wide, Brian, I thought, over to our left. I'm sure other players put it more straight on, don't they?
It depends on what your stroke is. But yeah, most people are around it. So when I set this up, I have the cue ball directly across from the contact point between the second and the third ball. But that's just how I've practiced it. So if she's practiced it where the cue ball is and she's making it, then that's how she's practiced it. So you just got to make an adjustment here.
Right.
And the table conditions
So
are a little
there are
different
more
because
than-
these tables came from Derby, so they don't have as much play on them. So you might be practicing in a pool room with, you know, slower cloth. The rails are different. The balls maybe not as clean, so these balls are clean between each round. The tables are fairly new, so things could roll a little differently.
So how far have these tables travelled? How far is it from Indiana to where we are now then? Southern Indiana to where we are now?
Without looking it up on Google Maps, I'm probably going to say anywhere between 3 and 5 hours.
Is that Mr. John Dawson that's done that, or is it somebody else?
It was a statewide billiards. That was the one that took care of the tables that got them from Derby and then brought them up here.
I would say at least 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours, probably 5.
Well, there we go. All right, second attempt, now worth 8 points. Here we go.
Yeah, she's moved it in slightly this time, I think, the cue ball.
Yeah, that was just an aiming thing. Caught the balls a little off. So just making another adjustment.
How are the nerves, Brian, on day one? Do you still get nervous? I'm sure you do.
Not as much as I used to. I'm just gotta stay focused. I think the main thing for me, I'm not gonna. I can only talk about me, not anybody else. But I think for me, it's if you miss an attempt, don't get down on yourself. Just focus and then figure out what your adjustments need to be.
Yeah, good advice. You have to let those bad shots go from your mind straight away. Don't dwell on them. The next shot is a whole new shot where you've got a chance to be better than the last.
See Wayne Parker there in the background. He was a semi-finalist at this tournament last year.
Yeah, I met Brian. I met Wayne in China and did some commentary with him on the Chinese 8-ball at the Masters last year. That's coming up in March again. Here we go then, back to the present.
All right, no points for Kaitlyn. Just a little bit off there on the aim point. So just a little bit of adjustment on where to hit it. All right, so Jamie gonna come up here, shoot the same shot. So while he's setting this up, Mark, what's your next big event that you're doing?
Well, the next big event, look at that, it looks like something out of outer space, doesn't it, the back of his
Yes, it does.
vest.
Psychedelic.
Yeah. Yeah, my next one is the biggest, for me, the biggest event of the year. It's the Las Vegas at the Rio. 8 tournaments this year. There's one pocket, there's banks, there's mixed Scotch doubles, a full field of 32 teams. There's the Las Vegas Men's Open, the Las Vegas Women's Open. There's the Junior Showdown. There's the Women's Showdown, the 9-ball and 10-ball Champion Showdown. There's the Men's Showdown. There's plenty going on. Shane Van Boning will be there. Josh Filler's there. Sky Woodward is there playing in the one pocket. So yeah, we're being joined as well by John Schmidt. He's going to be on commentary also. So looking forward to that. It starts on the 19th of this month and goes all the way through to the 1st of March. So busy schedule for me, and then after that I'm off to Finland and then to Morocco. So lots and lots going on in the Q Sports world. Jamie Moody comes up then. First attempt, same shot.
Ooh, miscue.
Miscue. I want to ask you a question here, Brian, because I'm a little bit concerned of where Kaitlyn was setting that cue ball up. If you look how Tim and Jamie have set this cue ball up, it's much, much straighter than, I mean, Kaitlyn's was out to the left by quite a long way. And I was wondering how she's going to get the cue ball over, you know, in that line. How can you possibly get the cue ball in the line that you need?
I mean, to be honest with you, I've never tried it with a cue ball out that far. I mean, I'm even more straighter than where Jamie's at, like where the 1 and the 3 is, where that contact point, my cue ball's directly behind that. So I'm even more straighter than where Jamie is.
Yeah, you're trying to hit right between the 1 and the 3 here, right?
Mm-hmm. You're hitting the 1 first and then the 3.
Okay.
Need a little more top on that. when I miss the shot, that's usually what I do there every time I shoot this. And this was the one trick and fancy shot I made on the first attempt in my round. I told myself, hit high. Because usually if I miss it, I do that. I don't put enough high on it. And also how these tables are sliding and the rails are, because I said they're still fairly new. I want to have my cue ball as close to that rail as possible, so it hits it first.
Yeah. Yeah, they will only had about, well, 10 days of play on them, these tables, won't they?
Yep.
So far.
And see if he puts the more
That's
top
not
on
long.
this and strokes it down there. Third and final attempt. Here we go. Yeah, not enough.
Nearly.
But I think you're onto something, Mark, with where the cue ball placement was, because you see the cue ball bounced out a little bit before it took off.
Yeah. I think it's too. Look, I'm not a trick shot artist. I'm not in the position to say really. It's just from an observational point of view and a physics point of view. How is the cue ball going to go? The direction they need it to when you're too far out to the left.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about earlier. This setup here. The one in the middle is actually the toughest one. If you set up this combo correctly, the C and E ball, the red and the purple in this particular diagram, those are dead. Those will go. The one in the middle is the most important one, but it's also the easiest to adjust, because if you see where it goes, you can see you either underhit it, or you undercut it, or you overcut it. So when I played this, if you keep the diagram up, I hit the yellow ball to the long point, then I hit it to the short rail point, and then I finally got it in the middle on the third try.
Yeah, that's exactly how it went the first time we saw this shot earlier on, actually, Brian. One right, one left, and then straight in the middle.
Yeah, I saw Andrew had a really tough miss on this. I think he made all three, and then he rattled the ball. All right, here we go. So 1 in the bottom right corner, 5 in the bottom left corner, 3 in the left side, cue ball 3 reels. Oh, no, I just noticed it now. She's going to put the combo in.
Yeah, she hasn't put the combo there.
Jamie can relate to that because there's a couple times he forgot to put certain balls out and didn't get points. And we've all done that. Earlier today, Jamie Glanville hit that never-ending story, but forgot to put the ball in the pocket, so the cue ball was scratched right behind, and it didn't hit anything.
Oh.
And I've done that. I did that on stream against Abram. Kevin remembers that.
Oh, Mr. Tootle, is he here?
Oh yeah, he's on table 2. I'm sorry, table 3.
Good.
All right, here we go. 10 points, first attempt. Look at this.
Oh.
So just an adjustment here, so we see where that 5 ball misses, and then I'll tell you what you need to do, whether you overcut it or you undercut it. Kevin with the replay here. Oh, this great angle. Look at this.
Yeah, it went to the long rail.
Yeah, cut it too
So
much.
it's overcut. So what's the adjustment there, Brian?
Hit it a little fuller, but not much. Sometimes these adjustments are literally millimeters.
And Are they touching, these 3 balls?
Yep, they're all frozen.
She's a very colourful lady, isn't she? Colourful nails, colourful cue, colourful glasses. I like colourful people. Makes me happy.
There you go. All right, second attempt now. Now worth 9 points. See what happens with the 5-ball now.
Oh, too much adjustment. Well, no, it was no adjustment. Went the same way, didn't it, Brian? The 5-ball
Yeah.
went even thinner.
Yep. But you're gonna have to adjust the opposite direction. That's the secret, like we were saying earlier, is to artistic pool is the adjustments and how to adjust. One of the reasons why I tell people why Mike Massey was so good is because he could adjust. You know, it's not the fact that he made everything in the first attempt, which he did do that too, but if he missed the attempt, he knew how to get it back and make it on the second or third attempt. He very rarely zeroed out in his prime. Harley McGee in the chat. If I remember correctly, isn't that Kelly Fisher's super fan from over in England?
It is. It is. We were actually talking about her during the first round about how we met and how she'd never been to a tournament in her life. I went to the World 9-Ball Championships with her in Milton Keynes in the UK, and because she didn't want to go alone, she bought me a ticket. We've remained friends, and since then she's been going all around the world watching Paul, and she's off to Vegas next week as well to watch Kelly, as we see that miss there from Kaitlyn. So unfortunate. Didn't get the adjustments right, Brian. No points for Kaitlyn in this particular round.
So to answer Carly's question, yes, it's me in the booth, Carly. Nice to see you in the chat. Other than a WPBA event, because I always see you there. My next round is the draw and follow round, and that is 7:30 Eastern time. I don't know what time that is in England. That's going to probably be later, but 7:30 Eastern time is when my round is on the stream.
Yeah, she's a Paul fanatic, is Carly. She gets up at all hours of the day, pretty much like I do as well. If she's not at the event, she'll be watching it on the stream. We talk quite a lot, Carly and I. You'll see her sat in the front row with her Kelly Fisher shirts on. I'm very, very disappointed that she's never had a Mark White one on.
Well, I think we're going to have to change that, and then maybe I need to get her a Superman trick shot shirt as well.
Yes, absolutely. You'll have to wait your turn though, Brian. I'm next.
All right, Jamie.
It's
here.
Jamie's turn now. Come on.
Ooh, a little too full.
Yeah. There's that one ball. It's always that ball, isn't it, Brian, that's hardest to make, that ball in the middle, into the corner.
Yeah, but like I said, it's also the one you can adjust with, so he hit that too full, so now he needs to thin that just a little bit for it to go.
Is that Killwood, his cue?
Looks like, I believe so.
Saw an interesting little discussion on Killwood yesterday. Well, that one's not frozen to the other one, is it?
Yeah, I think he sees it now.
Yeah, it's quite a long way away. If I can see it's not touching, then anyone can. Yeah, the Killwood, all of the moisture is drawn out of them, isn't it?
Yes.
And all the sugar as well, I read. Is that right? There's sugar in the wood as well that was drawn out?
Yeah, there's sugar in the wood, so I think that's one of the things that happens with the Killwood. second attempt, 9 points. See if he made an adjustment on that one ball. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, yes, he has.
Come on, cue ball. Looking good.
Oh, it's perfect. It's Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
We saw exactly the same thing in round one. I forget who played it, but exactly
Andrew.
the same. Just come behind it. Yes, it was Andrew Sozio.
Over here on the table, he threw his hand up. He's like, yep, I know how that feels.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's just a fraction away. Look. Oh, the 6 was even moving. I feel your pain, Jamie.
This is why practicing and doing artistic bowl can be frustrating at times, because you hit it great, but then that happens. Yeah, Andrew in the chat, I feel that one. All right, come on, Jamie. If I was him, I would move where that combo is and then hit the cue ball exactly the same. Don't change anything. Right, here we go. Third and final attempt. Come on, Jamie. Frustrating there.
Frustration.
Yeah, I think the pool analogy I've given is, let's say you absolutely crush a 9 or a 10 ball break, right? Squat the cue ball right in the middle, make 2 or 3 balls, and then the last ball rolling on the table comes right in front of you, and you got no shot on the 1 ball.
Yeah, good analogy. I saw a video yesterday of a guy posted on Facebook, made 6 balls on a 9 ball break and hooked himself on the lowest ball on, so he didn't have a shot. Had to push. Unbelievable.
All right,
It's a
Tim
cool
now?
game sometimes.
Oh, absolutely. All right, Tim, here we go. Same shot. 10 points first attempt. Here we go. Ooh, looking good, looking good. Does it come short and do the same? There we go. Nice. 10 points for Tim.
That's the way to do it.
Nice, slow, smooth backswing, and then delivers the cue ball nicely.
So important, isn't it? No matter what cue sport you play, that the technique as well comes into it. You can have the perfect setup. You can hit the ball in exactly the right place, but if you don't hit it sweetly and smoothly with that beautiful natural follow through, you still might not make it. And we saw Tim, I don't know whether you noticed it as well, as Kaitlyn was playing her 3 shots at this particular shot, he was really studying exactly where she was hitting it and looking at the result. So obviously you can learn from your opponents as well, can't you, how the table's playing, Brian?
Oh, absolutely. It's no different than, let's say, if SYKRS is watching, you know, like the Bigfoot 10 ball and seeing how it's breaking and watching that beforehand and seeing, okay, this is how the table's reacting. You know, I'm going to adjust for that. All right, now we're on to our special arts category. This is our speed and timing shots. Pretty much every shot in this discipline is illegal because you're like multiple hits of the cue ball and so forth. All right, here we go. Timed it right, took his time, made the balls, nicely done. 1C. Trying to remember which one that is.
Sounds familiar.
I think that might be. Is that the? No, it's not that one. Seeing how well I know the program. Yep, nice stop shot. Nice and controlled. Oh, he's doing the hand is quicker than the eye. This shot is
this is a cheating shot.
This is definitely a legal shot.
Yeah, this is very illegal.
So this is actually what happened in the
Even I
Hustler.
know what's going to happen here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Mark, why don't you explain it since you know?
Well, he's going to play the 1, but the cue is going to follow through, strike the 5, and go and make the balls down the end. Slightly wrong note. If you were to play that in pure slow motion, oh, he did make it. I beg your pardon. Can we have a replay of that? Do you think? I'd love to see that super slow, and then you can actually see the cue continuing going through and hitting the 5 ball. Here it comes. There you see the cue going through, striking the 5 ball, going down and making the plant, the combo.
Great shot. And if you actually look, there's a shot in the Hustler to where Paul Newman kind of does that. And it's the one where at the end, Fats taps his cue on and says, "Very nice shot." It was a push shot, literally just like that.
Thank you, Steve Lillis. Pleasure to be here, mate, as always. This is I believe it's my 4th time.
Oh, never mind. She's doing a different shot. I thought she was doing the hands quicker than the eye. Never mind. Did the beat the shot.
I was waiting for the 3rd ball as well to be placed in there, to be honest.
2C. All right, 2C. This is the stacker ball shot. See, this is the shot that I had. I normally would shoot this, but I've had some issues with it. I chose another shot that I had not missed in practice at all today, and then I missed it 3 straight times in the round.
See, we saw Andrew miss this 3 times earlier on. If it's the one I'm thinking of, I believe it is. Went one side of it, went the other side of it. Is it possible that the cue you're using can be too light, not heavy enough? Brian, is that possible? Is it purely the placement of it? Because Jamie's seemed a lot of movement on the cue and was losing the cue ball. Let's see how this one goes.
It's good. Nice.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, a lot of people use a brake cue for that, so it's a little heavier potentially, so it doesn't move as much, but the placement of the cue as well as how hard you hit that cue ball, the pace, those are the 2 main factors in that. You can
one of my favourite shots going on. Look, sorry to interrupt you. Going on that table down there. Jumping over the balls, coming back off the rail and making the combo. And by the sounds of it, he made it as well.
He did.
Yeah.
Michael Hewitt just made that. That's a 10-point special art shot.
There we've got the easy button going on the other side. Oh, it's all going on here, isn't it? There's a replay, look, of that shot that I love. Watch the 2 balls. Absolutely perfect. Yes. 10-pointer.
People are probably wondering why I'm showing a replay of an empty table. It was the 3rd table down the row that we were looking at.
Yeah.
Great camera work there, guys.
Thanks.
All right, so now Kaitlyn's going to do the same shot. And for those of you that are new to watching this, that is a stacker ball. That is the reason why you're able to stack the balls on top of each other. So it has a little bit of a flat spot on the bottom that keeps it in place. And it's got a little dimple on the top to where you can balance a ball on top. Just like that.
Magic. Come on, Kaitlyn. That looks pretty, doesn't it? What a lovely picture that is.
It's very artistic. My bad dad joke of the day.
There's no such thing as a bad dad joke.
Plus, that's redundant.
All right, here we go. Ooh, thinned it a little too much. Yeah, just making a quick adjustment here.
What cue does Kaitlyn use? Do you know, Brian, offhand?
I don't
Maybe
know off
putting
the
you
top
on the
of my
spot.
head. I don't know off the top of my head, no. But I will find out for you.
I'm always interested, you know, just what people are playing with and what tips they use.
Yeah, I just like the look of the cues. I mean, I'm a cue junkie. I always like to look at what people shoot with. All right, here we go. Second attempt. Looking good. Oh, number rolled off a little bit. Okay, so now just making an adjustment here.
I think she hit it a little bit thin, didn't she? Put a bit of squeeze on the 9.
Well, it depends on where she had it set up to, because the placement of the ball is going up to the upper corner. If you don't set that up right, it can come either left or right based on how you hit it, whether thin or thick. So there's multiple ways you can adjust this, but there's also multiple ways you can set this up too. So not one way is correct.
So many different adjustments to make, isn't there?
All right, so here we go. Third attempt, and this is now worth 6 points.
We're all with you, Kaitlyn. We want you to make this one. One in the side, 9 in the corner. Cue ball around 2 rails. Hit the cue. Make the 5 stackable. Here we go. Oh, looks good. Oh.
Just close. I think if she would have had a fourth attempt, she probably would have made it.
Has it always been 3 attempts, Brian? Has there been many format changes over the years, or is it pretty much the same?
So for the world ranking event, like the WPA events, they've always been 3 attempts. ESPN Trick Shot Magic was 2 attempts. But that actually wasn't an official ranking event. That was more of just like an invitational event.
Right.
But I still remember those days of watching what they would come up with. And I'm sitting on my couch with my dad and looking at these shots. I'm like, what in the world? How are they doing that?
Turn your score sheets to me, please. I need to double check everything.
And actually, Jamie sells a lot of these stacker balls. I have a stacker ball that Jamie made. So you can definitely reach out to Jamie on social media and buy a stacker ball. They're really cool. You can amaze your friends.
I would like one just to put on my mantelpiece without it rolling away.
So I do this shot in a show, but I don't tell them it's a stacker ball. Like I can rub the balls together to think like that it's magic. And then people are like, how'd you do that? I pull the regular 8-ball out and have them try to balance it, and it never works for them. It's always a fun thing to do.
You are so mean.
Oh, you're cruel. You're cruel, Brian Pauley.
Yep, nice little hustle. And I think the longest time I went was 10 minutes.
You are so mean, and I love it.
If you did that to me, I'd have a tube of super glue in my pocket and glue them together and then ask you to get them apart.
Look at this.
Oh,
Nice.
first attempt. Beautiful.
Nicely done. Yeah, so if anybody in the chat's interested in getting a stacker ball, reach out to Jamie Moody on social media. Great angle for this. All right, here's one of Mark's favorites coming up.
Oh, I like it when I hear those words. Oh yeah, the easy button. And I have a question for you, of course, Brian. I
Okay.
thought we were going to bring back the button. Where's the button?
We didn't get it out for this one. This shot originated, I think it was on ESPN Trick Shot Magic, and when you hit this, there was a little Staples easy button, you know, from back when that was the slogan. So the person would hit it, and it would say, "That was easy."
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Tim
this
Gallagher said he was going to bring one, but obviously he's not here at the moment, so
is, yeah, so this is a speed and composure shot. So you strike the cue ball 3 rails while it's moving, 1, 2, 3, 4. Before the cue ball stops, you have to strike it again while it's still moving, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, one more time, strike the moving cue ball 3 rails, 9, 10, 11, 12, before the cue ball hits the stick and goes in.
Now, I know it's not the shot that you were actually talking about. There's a similar shot to this where you have to go between 2 lines of balls. I don't know what that shot is
It's
called, but you were talking about... Yeah, go on.
No, go ahead, finish up.
I was just going to say that you'd found out a way to play this without using left-hand spin on the cue ball.
Yep, they'll
by
be
striking centre ball.
Yep, they'll be doing that shot after this. I'm pretty sure at least one of them will. So when we get to it, I'll reveal it.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Wait for that reveal, guys. Brian Pauley, Superman, letting you in on all the secrets.
So I was struggling with this shot a little bit because I was miscuing, because you're shooting these balls most of the time air bridge, at least on the first 4. So I was miscuing a number of times. So I actually started shooting this with my break cue. So I was just hitting center ball and then avoiding the miscue.
Yeah, it must be hard. You've got a hard tip, obviously, on the break cue, right?
Mm-hmm. Right, here we go. First hit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. Right. Re-hit. 6, 7, 8. Nicely done. Good speed. All right, come on. 1.
Oh, that's a bit quick. Caught the jaw, didn't she? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. The pacing was great, though. So see here, and that chalk is 1 ball off. It's just another obstacle to go around. And I think that might have been where the easy button was for ESPN Trick Shot Magic, is where that chalk is.
Ah, that's where they placed the button. Okay.
And each table is different, just even like in regular pool. So you gotta make sure you have the speed on this, and then figure out if the rails are springy or not. So this can be a very table dependent shot.
You have such a calming voice, Brian. I always feel nice and relaxed whenever you're in the booth with me. It's lovely.
Well, thank you for that kind words. And unfortunately, Kevin didn't hear that, so that's okay.
I don't know if you say a Kevin compliment and he's not around to hear it. Does it make a sound?
No, it was Mark complimenting me. So, all right, here we go.
Oh,
Second
those never count.
Here we go. That's a little quick, but still good. Hit it.
Bit quick.
Perfect. All right. Rebounded. Good. All right, here we go. Take your time.
Here we go.
Ooh, this is looking good. Come on.
Oh, yes.
1, 2, 3. Oh, the cue ball.
Come on. Oh, she's hit her arm, did it?
Yeah.
Or hit the point?
Oh, it hit her on the arm and stopped. Oh, that was so
Oh, that's frustrating.
good. She did such a good job of rebounding off that first one, because that first cue ball hit was a little fast, and she was able to rebound.
Look, she was so intent on, focused on those balls, it's come round and hit her on the arm. Now, you gave your analogy earlier on about a description of a shot, and that's kind of like playing a beautiful shot in snooker or pool and leaving the bridge or the rest on the table and the cue ball coming back round and hitting the rest.
Yep.
I've seen that before. I think she'll make it this time.
Yep. I absolutely can see that happening. I don't want it to happen. I want to see her make this. Okay, here we go. Last couple balls to set up. This is all speed control.
She's recovered brilliantly because she's hit a couple of them a little bit hard, hasn't she? But she's recovered really well.
All right, here we go. Third attempt. Come on,
Where's the
Kaitlyn.
chalk? Is the chalk there?
Yeah, it's over there. Yeah, you can't see it from this
I
angle.
can't see it.
Ooh, she hit that fast
Oh,
and went fast on it. Ugh. And then here we go. I believe Jamie is going to shoot the same shot. Yep, he's grabbing a cue butt. So here we go. Yeah, usually when pool players are shooting a shot, they shoot and then they stay down still. This, like, you got to hit and then go. Like, there is no pause after you struck the cue ball.
yeah, technique goes out the window, doesn't it, on this particular shot?
Like, I would say pool technique, because this is a little different, just because of the timing aspect of it.
Yeah.
Same thing like the 3-2-1-1-2-3 shot. Like you give that shot to a pool player, and then they'll hit the first one, and like, oh wait a minute, I gotta shoot the second one, and the third one.
Yeah. I love the way it plays with your brain when you're playing that shot, the 3-2-1-1-2-3. I think it's a great shot. One of my favourites. Up there with through the window and the circular draw, Brian. I'm sure you know that by now. Hopefully I'm going to see that tomorrow.
If you're watching the stream tonight, I have a feeling you're going to see through the window.
Ah.
And I have a funny feeling the person that's going to shoot it every once in a while wears a red cape.
Does he have a little quiff at the front of his hair?
And while we were doing that, Wayne Parker just hit the 3-2-1-1-2-3. All right, here we go. Jamie, nice and controlled. Still moving, there you go. Nice and controlled, here we go. A little bit harder, there we go, flip around. Oh, good camera work, take your time. He didn't even need the cue butt, that's when you know you hit that good. Nicely done.
Oh. Shari Ross, or Shari, I should say, on the camera.
Not
Good
this time.
work.
We
Well,
have
it's not this
our
one, it's-
camera operator in training, Ethan Ross.
Oh, wow. You've finally got him away from that gaming computer, have you? It's the only time I've ever seen him.
Was that first or second try?
That was first try, first attempt.
First try. Terrific stuff.
Everyone, if you like the camera work, give a thumbs up to the video for the camera guy.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, absolutely. Good stuff. Ethan, well done, mate.
All right, Tim's going to set up the same shot. And then we'll get to Through the Gap, which is the one we were talking about. Oh. Look at this. Dan just did the shot you like. Well, kick it over and come back. He just hit it.
We're on the wrong table.
be honest with you, that wouldn't surprise me if Tim hits that because he hits that really, really good. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, good speed. Good hit.
Oh, this is good speed.
Yes, perfect. Here we go. Look.
Oh, jinxed it. Miscue.
Oh, made a miscue. Well, to quote Lonnie Fox Raymond, the commentator's curse does not exist.
No, of course not. I don't believe in it. I just opened my big mouth too soon. That's all that means.
All right, here we go. Second attempt.
Thought that I could have an influence on that shot from over 10,000 or 10,000 miles away is a bit of a joke, isn't it?
All right, here we go. Chalked up. Second attempt. Here we go. All right, good speed. Go. There's the done. All right, here we go. Nice.
Oh, yes.
Second attempt. 7 points.
Yeah, and if you really watch that in super slow motion, really super slow motion, you'd actually see Tim Chin chalking his cue in between every single shot there. Believe that if you want.
Yep, so this is the through the gap. So this is the shot we were talking about. So a number of players will try to hit, because you go through 4 times. So you shoot the cue ball through the gap, and that's a 4-ball gap as you see on the diagram. Shoot it through 3 rails. That's 0 points. You hit the moving cue ball through, again, 3 rails. Now you get 3. Again, hit a moving cue ball, 3 rails. That's 6. And on the 4th hit, you gotta try to come around and make the ball. What a lot of times people will try to do is hit this with left spin, but trying to put left spin on a moving cue ball can be tough. And if you don't hit it right, you'll come short. I did that all the time, but then I was trying to figure out an angle to hit this center ball, and I did find the angle to hit this center ball, and I made this the 9 points on my second attempt.
So you have to be higher up then, right, than he is here, because now he's going to have to strike this with left, no?
Yes. See where he ends up for
So
his
you're
third.
hitting the cue ball nearer up past the spot kind of area.
Yep.
But then, of course, you have to be more accurate
Right there,
because
look at this.
the gap is even smaller.
Oh.
Oh, frustration.
Yeah, he's going to go right into it. He's got the speed. Here we go. So that's 6 points now. He's going for 9. All right, here we go. 2 more swings. Come on. All right, that's 6 points now. He's going for 9.
Here we go.
That looks good. Come on, get it.
Oh, yes. Oh, no.
Oh, my goodness. Oh. Wow. All right, here we go. He's focused. He's going right into it now.
Are you sure these are from Derby City, these tables, and not from the Masters or the US Open or a tournament like that? The
No
pocket
kidding. Here we go.
didn't take the ball.
Oh.
Ah.
Man, 6 points for Jamie.
Yeah, the higher you go, Brian, isn't it, with the cue ball there, the harder it is because that gap is frighteningly small.
Yeah,
The
so
more the acute angle.
to give you an idea, when we get back to the other table view, when I figured out the angle, it's about half a diamond up from the side pocket and about center table-ish.
More inside secrets from Superman.
Yeah, here we go. All right, here comes Tim Chin. First attempt. Here we go.
Yeah, I like this angle. I like this angle for this shot. Six-point shot.
Yep, so here now he's going for 9. Oh yeah, look at this.
No, yes.
He just looked at it.
yes.
He's like, I know I got it. Nice. But did you see where the
He
cue
was
ball
almost
was?
back to his. He was almost back to his seat, wasn't he, before that ball went?
He hit it good.
As soon as this table's finished, everybody, don't leave the room because I have to call up a few players and do some other things.
It's the same shot.
Yep, same shot here.
Don't leave. Don't leave. No leave. Where's Abram? Abram? Translate, please. Abram? Abram. Translate, please. No leaving.
All right, here we go. First attempt. Nice. 3 points. And a 6. Now we're going for 9.
6 points. Oh, come on. It's a little narrow, a little bit short. But good rhythm. Much better than on the easy button, Brian, there, with the pace.
Yep, pace was good. Here we go. First time. All right, now we got 3 points. Good speed. 6 points. Here we go. Go for 9.
This is good.
Oh,
Oh, it's
think she
checked
must have
on.
hit-
She'd had the wrong side on. Put some right-hand spin on that, I think, Brian, rather than intended left or plain ball, whatever the case might be.
all right, so here we go. But she did get her 6 points. She did get her 6.
Yeah, that's the thing I like about that shot. You don't get penalised for not making the one ball, in that case, over the corner. She did go through the gap successfully 3 times, made the 6. And here it is, the 3-2-1, 1-2-3.
Yeah, this is
Hit
a
the
tough
3
shot
ball
to give a pool player.
first.
All right, go for it, Mark. You like this shot. Explain it for us.
I love it. Just strike the 3 ball first, the 2 ball second, the 1 ball third, but the 1 has to go in first, the 2 in second, and the 3 in third. Just, oh, I was just going to say just like that, but missed 2 balls. Well, missed all 3, actually.
All right, here we go. Second attempt.
This kind of messes with your head, doesn't it, Brian, this shot?
It does. And here we go.
It
second
gets me in
attempt.
a kerfuffle.
All right, come on, Tim. Here we go. Third attempt.
Yeah, the accuracy with the 1 ball was off, ruined the rest of it.
All right, here we go. Third attempt. 8 points. Looks better.
Oh. Now, had the 3 have hit the 2 and gone in, but the 3 went in as well, would that still count or not, Brian?
I would have to double check on the book. I believe that they cannot touch. I think they have to
Okay.
either that or they can touch. I can't remember.
Look how close it got to touching, though. Oh. That was really close.
That is crazy. So, like I was saying, at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll have our next stream match, which will be myself, Anthony De La Merced, and Jimmy Glanville for draw and follow.
I feel a through the window and maybe a circular draw coming on. I know who's going to be playing through the window.
Good speed.
Ah,
I can pretty much guarantee you circular draw is not going to happen in that grouping. But through the window, I'm shooting it, and Jimmy may shoot it too.
in my eyes, the hardest shot, I think. That and the circular draw.
And here we go, second attempt. Right, hit it good, hit it good.
Go on. Oh, it was just that. Just the accuracy of the one. So close.
Close, she hit that so good.
I think she'll make it this time. Show us a Wonder Woman.
And here we go. 8 points. Come on. Hit it. Oh.
Ah.
A little bit off on that one. Close, though. Good speed. All right, Jamie's going to shoot the same one. I know he's going to shoot that shot.
Yeah, he's going to do it from this end, which I like. I prefer this shot from this behind because you really get to see, I think, the real difficulty of it. I'm not saying you don't from the other end, but it's like you're playing it with the player from this angle.
Here we go.
Look at that, we're right down the line. So is Jamie. So is
Dead
Jamie.
center. Nicely done.
Well, this is good stuff from Jamie Moody. I think it's the best I've seen him play in the times that I've been commentating.
Get your attention, all the players, get your attention, please. Okay, guys, I need all your attention, please.
Nicely done.
Abram, call Gaston down, please.
And that concludes our round.
Jimmy, come down.
That does
Oh,
conclude
really?
our round. So thank you guys for tuning in. That was, well, this ended with a tie. If they were the highest scoring of the round, there'll be a tiebreaker coming up later. But we do have the draw competition coming up probably about 6 o'clock or thereabouts. And that'll be commentated probably by Jason Lynch, most likely. And our next draw, what's the next discipline? Is it
Draw and follow.
Draw and follow, and that's coming up at 7:30. So that's about an hour and 40 minutes from now. So, and that will be the first of 2 groups of that. So we'll see you guys then. Be sure to come back for the draw competition. That's coming up in just a few minutes. I am Kevin Ross, along with Brian Pauley, Mark White. Thank you guys. See you on the next one. See you guys.
I'm going to just announce it one time, so listen up real close, okay? Abram,